Good morning, everybody. Gosh, I woke up really early. I went to the dentist and everything was fine. Woohoo! I'll light a candle for that. No. Anyway, I behave very strangely at times, and I think to myself, am I entirely sane? Of course I'm not. We're all completely mad here, but that's all right. I wanted to talk about gurus, teachers, leaders, such as they are. You know, I'm sure we're all familiar with people like Wayne Dwyer, Esther and Jerry Hicks, all these types of people. And, you know, some of what they went on about, some of it was actually all right, and you can take that pearl out of the mud and resonate with that and work with that to an extent. But I think we can all agree that most of these people were not very nice. Quite sociopathic, in fact. I knew somebody who worked for Jerry and Esther Hicks, and for quite a long time, and knew them intimately, and believe me, they were not nice people. Anyway, I wanted to talk about gurus or people that basically that have YouTube channels, and you know, they set up these YouTube channels, and they set themselves up as life coaches or teachers or counselors, or you know, whatever, in the spiritual sense, you know. And there's just something about that isn't right. I came across somebody the other day who, now I can read people very well. It's one of the things you learn to do on this journey, you know, when you really learn to see. And this person has a lot of issues. It's really obvious. It's very, very obvious. This person has a lot of issues. Yet she puts herself forward as somebody who knows what's going on and who has all the skills to navigate the choppy waters of life. You know, when really all she's doing is parroting. That's all she's doing. She's parroting theories that she's picked up from other people, from books, from here, from there, from everywhere. And all it is theories. They're not facts. And she's presenting these theories as if she herself has thought of them. This happens all the time. There's so many YouTube channels with these types of people that go on about twin flames and kundalini, and they go on about all kinds of topics to do with spirituality, for lack of a better word. I don't like that word, actually. I never have, but I can't think of another word for it, so for now I call it that. It really is all about pandering to a populace of people that basically feel absolutely lost in the woods and have no faith in themselves. And this is why people like that, you know, are just so myriad, you know, in the world. Why would somebody pretend to be something that they are not? You know, because that is what they do. They're pretending to have their shit together, right? And they make a lot of money because they have these websites that people go to for guidance, and they pay them a lot of money. There was one guy who claims to have had a near-death experience. I doubt the veracity of his claim. I really do. He charges like $500 for a session, which lasts 40 minutes. I mean, that's reprehensible in and of itself. Something isn't right there. He kept going on about vision boards. You know, there are just so many people like that. So many. And, you know, when I set up this YouTube channel, it's a case in point actually, I thought I was going to do something similar. I did. It was conceited of me. I can see that now, looking back, you know, because I really thought, well, I have wisdom and I have this and I have that. And that's what I'm going to do. But it's turned into something else. because I realised, you know, I'm just not being real. I'm not being authentic, and I'm not being true to myself. I'm not owning my shit, because I'm pretending, I would be pretending to be something that I'm not. I'm putting on this glossy facade, saying, oh, you know, I've got all the answers, and here they are, you know, how to do this and how to do that, and oh, what, you know, like things like, oh, the Akashic records. Let me tell you what the Akashic records are. Nobody fucking knows. Nobody actually knows this. All we have in this construct are theories. And then we have theories about theories. Are the Akashic records even real? We don't know, you see? We don't know whether the earth is flat or round. It could be something other than that. We have theories. You know, and then you get people fighting with each other over these types of things, you know, which again is just really bad news. I mean, it's really just another way in which we're being had, yeah? And it detracts from our actual ability to learn to trust ourselves, because I think ultimately that's what it's all about. Now, you could say have a teacher who is somebody who walked the journey, really, really walked it, has known great darkness, great pain, sorrow, self-doubt, fear, terror, whatever, and has really worked through that and has found the light, let's say. That person could set up a YouTube channel and they could share that with you. And they might even have quite a few helpful hints. But seeing as you are not him or her, that isn't going to resonate with you 100%, because, you know, and here we are again, uniformity. Is everything in this world the same for everyone? Sorry, no, it isn't. We are individuals, you know, and what works for one person won't work for another person. That is the truth. We are so individualistic, and we're meant to be. You know, there is this trend in spirituality where it's a case of, oh, you know, all individuality will be erased once we return to the spirit. You know, we'll just be like, well, it's as if we lose our consciousness, you know, and we simply are no more because we're just part of the great big nothing. Utter nonsense. I mean, this kind of stuff really pisses me off, and the fact that people talk about it with this beatific smile on their face really pisses me off even more, because there's nothing about that I want. You know? I like my individuality. I like my individual creativity, my authenticity, my ability to be on a journey. I believe that the Great Spirit, for lack of a better expression, I like to call it the Great Mother because it makes me feel good. I'm not saying it is, I'm just saying that's what I call it because that's what resonates with me and it makes me feel good. I believe the Great Spirit Mother loves individual expressions, you know, and therefore we have individuality, and I think individuality exists everywhere throughout the whole of creation because it is an absolute must. Because without individuality, you will have stagnancy, you will have nothing. You know, people come out with a load of bullshit with regards to, and a lot of it, you know, when you really listen, you think, well, actually, I would never want that. I would never consent to that because it's boring, it's dull, or it's downright awful. But it's so used to having such a hard time, we're so used to struggling and suffering and not being happy that we almost accept anything without really analysing it. You know, critical thinking is very important, people. You know, we have that ability, let's use it. When you come across anybody on YouTube purporting to be a teacher of spirituality or somebody who's a life coach or whatever, you know, and you feel like you want to listen to that person, by all means do. And if you get something out of it that resonates, that you can employ to further your own self, your journey, your, you know, whatever, then by all means do. But be discerning. Anybody who presents themselves with this nice, glossy, colourful facade and who has all the right graphics and whatnot, who gives you these absolute concepts of today we are going to talk about this and this is how it is and that is how you do it. Well, they're full of shit, I'm sorry, because there is no such thing. There are no absolutes, I'm telling you. Everything is fluid. It's fluid. And it is whatever you, as an individual, it's whatever you want to do with that. It's whatever you want to create from that. You know, and even me sitting here saying that to you, and I suppose I'm kind of presenting this as an absolute truth, and it isn't, because, you know, I don't know, but it's how I feel about that. And in my own life experience, there is a sense of, yes, that is true for me. That is what has been true for me. I have had to find my own paths over and over and over again, and I have come across people, and I've come across teachings, and I've come across a load of stuff along the way, and some of it has been very helpful for a time, then it stopped being helpful. Some of it wasn't helpful, then it became helpful, then it stopped being helpful. Something has become helpful and has stayed helpful. Everything and things morph, and things transform and mutate and so forth and so on. Nothing is set in stone. Nothing. No, it isn't. And in the middle of all of that, all of those fluctuating patterns, in the middle of all of that is your still center, where you are slowly but surely learning to trust yourself, where hopefully, maybe, you are slowly learning that this is all about love, that love and loving yourself is very powerful, and that may be the only way in which we can bring about any kind of meaningful transformation, reset, heaven on earth, home, call it what you will. Imagine it to be whatever you would like it to be. It won't be the same for you as it will be for me, you know? It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be one size fits all. I always think that is complete virus. That is so of the dark side. That's uniformity. I hate uniformity. I really do. I despise it. I like infinite creativity. We've not learned to trust ourselves, you know. We've learned to trust the great big man in the sky, you know, and that great big man in the sky lives in all the people. It lives within us as well, you know, where you get some information and you parrot it verbatim as if you thought of it yourself. Well, you haven't, and you didn't, and that information is a pack of lies, you know, like Darwinism. Utter fucking bollocks. I mean, we've been lied to and lied to and lied to and lied to and gaslit and gaslit and gaslit and gaslit over and over and over again. And we've been traumatized, we've been brutalized, and we've been violated. And we've had to struggle to survive and to keep our heads above water. Yes, we're in a bit of a fucking state, people. Of course, self-trust and self-love are mere concepts that we can sort of see and understand-ish, but have yet to learn to apply. But once we learn to apply self-love and to choose to begin to trust ourselves and this sense of something benevolent and loving, and to kind of begin to work with that, to allow ourselves to do that, you know, because that really seems to be the case where we won't allow ourselves to do that, because it's like, no, I hate myself and I deserve to suffer. This is programming, you know, gaslighting, programming. You're bad, you're shit, and you deserve to suffer. No, you don't. It's bullshit. You know, letting go of these horrible, self-mutilating, self-sabotaging thoughts that bludgeon us into oblivion over and over and over again. Oh my God. You know, okay, I see that thought. Let it go. I see that thought, let it go. And it's wearying. It's, oh no, I've been doing this all day. I did it all day yesterday, and it was really tiring. But I did it under great duress, and I kept practicing, and I kept nurturing myself, saying, I love you, Anika, I love you, because you know what? Yes, you are feeling like shit. Yes, you are having all these horrible negative thoughts. You are having this anxiety and this fear. You are feeling sick with fear. But I love you. You're beautiful and you're precious. And none of this is your fault. And you're doing so well. Go, girl. That is self-love. So, no, we don't need these glamorous people with these glamorous YouTube channels or the glamorous self-help books to tell us what to do. Because, you know, we can work it out for ourselves. These things can come in handy. But great discernment at all times, and with yourself as the fountain always, because everything you truly need already lies within you. You just have to discover it, you know, and that is what this journey is all about. And hopefully this is what brings us to reset, because love is truly the only thing that's going to sort this shit show out. Nothing else will do it, you know. Revolutions have been fought, people have killed and maimed and cursed and twisted. We've done it all, we've tried it all, and nothing has ever worked, and nothing ever will. Evil is a sickness. It is a sickness, you know, and love is the only cure. I'm not going to sit here and say I have all the answers, because I don't, but I'm beginning to discern a pattern. And love is powerful. We can learn to use that energy persistently, and it works. Right? That is what I find so far. And I guess I just wanted to share that with you lot, you know? Because it is a choice, you know, it is definitely a choice, and the choice lies within. It's a choice of, I don't know anything, and I don't like myself, and I hate myself, and I'm powerless, and I have to listen to all the hierarchical structures that tell me what to do, and or, sod that. Yes, if I come across something and it resonates, I will take that, and I will use that, but I have this strong intuitive knowing, and I'm just going to go with that. You know, and by the by, that begins to bear fruit. So, you know, that would be my advice. But, you know, do as you please, of course. I do find it funny that, you know, these people like Jerry and Esther Hicks, he died of cancer, Wayne Dwyer died of cancer, you know, and it's they're there going on and on and on about the law of attraction, charging an absolute fortune for these, you know, these sessions, these gatherings, you know. And there's always a shitload of really gullible people asking really stupid questions. Oh, tell me how to put my underwear on. You know, like that sort of shit. And you think to yourself, wow, really? But I guess, you know, you've got to start somewhere. And there was a point where I was just as gullible. I was, you know, I was a Buddhist, and I was taking it all on verbatim. And then I woke up and I thought, wow, this is a pile of shit. You know. I mean, one of the main tenets of Buddhism is that all desire is we suffer because we desire. Well, I desire to breathe. Yeah, it's a bad thing. It makes me suffer. I'll just stop doing that. Whoa. You know, hijack people, and manipulation and stuff that fucks us up the arse and then stands there laughing at us, you know. It's bullshit, people. Trust yourselves. You're much more powerful, you're much smarter, you're much more amazing than you feel you are. You really are. I am, and so are you, all of you. Oh. Just, yeah. Take it all with a massive mountain of salt. Alright? And I often find that the prettier it looks, the more likely it is a load of bullshit. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say today. Do I look really red? Wow. Okay. Does it matter? Do you think? I should go and stick a load of makeup on and make myself look really pretty and, you know. Yeah. I'll call it a day here, shall I? Have a wonderful day, and lots of love to all of you, wherever you find yourself. And, you know, if you're feeling really shitty, then, I don't know, just know that you are precious and that you have the power within you to bring about transformation. I know you have. We all have, one way or another. And yeah, hang in there, you know. It will be alright.